up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am having some air fried wings. And I have my summer shrimp pasta. Everything was made by me, homemade, and it's some ranch dip. And you see what they say on my glass? I was told there'd be wine. They lied, because this is water. Anywho, we're going to start with a prayer, and we're going to dig in. Amen and amen again. Alright, let me see what I want first. I think I'm going to dig in here first. It's hot too, still steaming. It got a little bite to it. Now this has, I did the video of me making this, the pasta, right before this video. But it's gonna come out. So if you want to see how I make it, go back to that video. It has cucumbers, bell peppers, the green bread, and the yellow ones, shrimp, tomatoes, parsley, garlic, basil. So good. Don't miss. I love ranch with the chicken wings. It's hot still. That's hot. I don't know if y'all can see. This thing's still sticking up. Excuse me, the air done kicked in. It's really hot. Of course, I got story time for y'all. And I got it from Paybacks. The new TV series called Payback. It's so good. This is about this man named Eric. He was from Liberia. And his family was in New York. Some of his family. So he would travel back and forth. His wife that he met down there, she already had some kids. So he ended up marrying her, and they ended up moving to New York from Liberia, came down here, and they ended up having 4 more kids. So they had a total of 6 kids. So she already had 2 of her own. So they decided that they were going to keep going. Everything was all good. He was like well off. He had money. he was well known. He had different businesses he was running. So he was back and forth, back and forth. So after she had ended up having 4 more kids by him, the marriage started to fail. Once the last baby came, Eric left Lucy. That's her name. Left her with all the kids. Let's go, left her. So he ended up getting with some other lady. And marrying her. So after a while, Lucy got tired of all the stuff was going on, but she still was just hanging in there. So she decided to go to her grandfather's funeral because he died in Liberia. She decided to go down there and she didn't have her documents. She didn't get everything situated before she left over. So once she got over there, she couldn't come back. So that left the kids in foster homes. Then the dad finally decided to go get the kids from out of there. And the stepmother started taking care of. After a while, the stepmother got tired. Crystal on here. So the stepmother got tired. And she left the dad. So that meant the kids had to go. So she ended up dropping those kids off because he ended up going back to Liberia because he had to handle some business up there. And he stayed there for a while. He had to go there for like a little work detail. He stayed there for a while, and she dropped the kids off to his family and where they was at. But kids could tell they weren't wanted there. They never had the love and affection, none of that. So the dad ended up coming back. Kids ended up going over and meeting their mother again, reuniting with their mother. Because when they first met her, she was like so loving, and you could tell the difference between the dad family and her mom, their mom, when they reunited. After that, things started to change. She was sort of like her own little shell. So the dad came back, got the kids, took them back over to the United States. Once they came over here, he stayed for a while with his kids, and he ended up having to go back down there to handle some business, but he took his daughter. By herself. I made her sit down there. So once she got 18, she could emancipate herself and leave. She came back to the United States. And went and stayed into a woman's shelter. But first she was staying with friends and different stuff, and it didn't work out right. So she ended up having to go to a shelter, stayed there for like 7 years. And she finally got her life together, got a good job, and she was making money, got her own crib. Still no kids. You don't get for herself. So one day, the daughter name was Bridget. Bridget calls 911 and tell them that some man is laying on the 3rd floor and he's bleeding out, bleeding to death. So once they asked her what's her name, so she hung up the phone, of course. They call her back, trying to get her information. She said, "Is Eric dead? His name is Eric. Is he dead?" I guess they didn't give her any answers. So she went to the police station across from it and she sat there. First, she was thinking about wanting to commit suicide. Then she sat across the street from there. She called her sister. And her sister told her, "I'm about to come get you because if you go in there, you're never coming out. I'm never going to see you again." So her sister picked her up. When she told her sister she was planning on doing to herself, her sister took her to a psych ward, a hospital, and she was there for like months. And her sister sent an attorney there for her. So the attorney ended up getting in contact with the police department and all that. And he was there when they came in. And boy, did she have a story to tell. She told them the reason she was doing this because she was being molested by her father since the age of 3. She said it kept going on and on. She said her siblings were killed, but they always swept everything under the rug. His family was his own rule if you go against him, and probably because he had money. So all the other kids were really scared to say something. She was telling people while she was little growing up, and nobody his family didn't believe her because that's who she was around. I believe they knew what was going on. Because that's probably, he probably did that to his sisters and other people and whatever. So, the little girl said when she was, well, the woman now still, when she was 3, she remembered him. This must have really traumatized her. She remembered from the age of 3. He came in with her mom, her mother-in-law, her stepmom left. He would take her in the room and molest this little 3-year-old. She said she knew it was, she just knew she was hurt. And he would have a belt, like she did something wrong, like it was a punishment. Like scolding her for something. Basically trying to put fear in her heart. So he continued to do the same thing. So she went through all this. And the reason she ended up in the psych ward is because when they found him at her house, and they tracked her phone down. Excuse me. The phone she called from, it was her name. So when they found her in him in the house, he was handcuffed to the back. He had duct tape around his mouth with a towel stuck down his throat. She wasn't trying to kill him, she said. she looked up the story of the lady who cut her husband's penis off. And the reason why she did that because she didn't want nobody else to go through what she went through. She didn't want him to have power because the other guy lived who got his penis cut off. She didn't want him to do it to nobody else because, and this would trigger her. He came back now to visit after all these years, and he went to her sister's house. And the sister told her, "Won't you come over to meet Eric, to see Eric? He wants to apologize and reunite. We need to just let all this stuff go." So she went over there. When she went there, her niece, which was her sister's daughter, was on his lap. And he was bouncing her up and down, back and forth with his knee. Same thing he used to do to her. That triggered her. Now, she loved her niece very much. And she did not want her niece to go through the same pain that she went through. Or nobody else. She said, so before she doesn't hurt anybody else, she's going to take that away from him. Not trying to kill him, but she's taking that part away from him so he can't touch nobody else with it. But she left his nose open, put that in his mouth because she was screaming. And when she was about to start cutting. So to stop him from screaming, she did that. Not knowing it was going to kill him. So when the cops looked up on her computer, they saw that she was looking for a scalpel. She bought one days before. So they were trying to say it was premeditated at first. The police, when they found out her story, they felt bad for her. Oh. Of course they had to arrest her after she got cleared from a mental institution. They cleared her and she went to jail. They offered her a plea deal. But she did not accept it because she wanted to tell her story. She wanted it to be heard so it can't happen to other people. She wanted people to fight for what was right. She let the jury handle it. Out of the 12 people, 9 of them sent letters to the judge. They gave her, it was 3 charges. She could have had aggravated murder or aggravated, something she could have had. But it was all with murder. Attempted homicide. Oh, I forgot what they said it was, but I know she ended up getting the lesser charge because the jury felt so bad for her, and they was like, don't give her no time. She already endured enough. Wrote all these letters to the judge while they was in the back, and the judge still said he had to give her the max, what he can give her for that less charge, and he gave her 5 years. 5 years, and she could face up to 15 years, but she can get out within 5 years on parole. She admitted. She said she knows she did wrong, but please don't give her, don't punish her all that time. Gave her a little time. She did it. Her brother, they was waiting if they went and picked her up. When she got out, now she's doing good for herself. They said she's an outstanding citizen. And it wasn't like she was a bad person. She just went through trauma. So much trauma. Starting from the age of 3. From your own father. That is insane. Insane. And she's out today telling her story. Trying to stop it from happening to other people. Definitely full. Finish my piece of chicken. Well, that was crazy, right? That girl won't plan. She said, I don't know how many other kids or women he did this to. But guess what? Today gonna be the last day. And after, if he was loving her and he really didn't do nothing to her, I can't see her taking it to the extreme to do something like that. She took something away from him because he really bad to her. Oh, this water is so refreshing. Right along with this pasta. It was refreshing because it got the cucumbers in there, the tomatoes. I'm trying to do a little bit more cooking videos too. You know, I've been saying it for a while. When I get into cooking, I'm like, I don't feel like setting up. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. Now I need to start. You know how much food I make with a whole bunch of deliciousness, and I just don't put it on here, me eating it. I don't. I just eat it, and that's it. Why not? I'm finished this for y'all. My camera is a little full. I fixed some of that memory, take some of it out. And that stuff out. Anywho, y'all, I'm about to go. Go full. I like to walk around a little bit. This is a late night meal. And I can't go to sleep on something like this. So, I got to do a couple laps. Walking laps around the house. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on those post notifications so you know when your girl upload her next video. Until next time, see ya.